Ben, thanks for taking the time to speak to me. I just want to talk to you about your career so far. You started your career at Cardiff City, making your debut in 2012. That was the season Cardiff got promoted to the Premier League. Tell me about that final day and how it felt.
Yeah, the most memorable day of my career. It's funny actually because I was part of the squad, but I almost wasn't. I was a young lad, sort of in and around the fringes. If there was a couple of injuries, I'd get a chance. But I was on 11 games going into the last game. I think it was against Bolton, and Malky's brought me on with, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes left for 12 games, which is obviously how many you need to get a medal. So that was a nice little touch, to be fair. It was all season. He was really good to me. He was sort of centre half as well. So I think he sort of had a bit of a, I wouldn't say soft spot, but he understood the situation I was in as a young centre half. It's a different prospect to being a young winger. I think is a bit more, managers look for experienced centre halves. So in my case, it was just getting the bits of experience off the likes of Mark Hudson and Ben Turner, Matt Connolly. So it was a really, really good year for me to learn and develop.
I read online that Malky Mackay did call you a future Cardiff City captain, and during the 2012-2013 season, you was named Young Player of the Year. Was you expecting to feature in the Premier League?
Deep down, I think no. I was sort of heading into that season during pre-season. I was sort of in and around it. I knew I wasn't going to start, but I thought it'd be the same. I'd be 4th, 5th, maybe choice. If there's loads of injuries, I may get on the bench or something. But signed Stephen Colker quite late in that pre-season, which then allowed me to go elsewhere to get a bit of experience, which was good for me at that point in my career.
Yeah, you was sent on loan to Brentford in League One. You spent half of the season there before joining Peterborough for the second half of the season. Was you hoping those loan spells would stand you in good stead to go back to Cardiff?
I was fully, in my mind, I'm thinking, go to Brentford, play however many games, do well. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. I don't think I didn't feature in the league. I don't think my mindset was quite right going into that move. I sort of went expecting to play, and whether I took my foot off the gas or mentally I didn't have the same drive. But anyway, that loan got terminated in Jan, and then I went to Peterborough. Really enjoyed it. Darren Ferguson, had a good chat with him. It was unfortunate because it used to be a 90-day loan or whatever it was, a certain amount of days, and we ended up making playoffs, but my loan fell short. So I ended up missing the playoffs, which I eventually lost. But yeah, no, those loans, in my mind, I'm thinking I go back to Cardiff and sort of go back as a senior member of the squad rather than a young lad who's looking to make an impression. I was looking to go back and feature, but unfortunately, it didn't quite pan out that way.
And after leaving Cardiff on a free transfer, you've represented Crewe, Gillingham, Stevenage, Barnet, and now currently at Gloucester City. Where do you feel you've played your best football?
I think I had a good at Stevenage. We had a really good. It was in League Two, and I had a really good back end of the season. I was on it. I was mentally. I don't know what it was. Whether everything away from football was comfortable. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to pinpoint it, but that second half of the season under Stevenage, I'd say that's when I was probably at my best.
It's a good job you didn't say Barnet there, because I played with you at Barnet, and no, it wasn't there.
Definitely weren't there.
Yeah, you're now doing a course in journalism. What has that been like, and what do you aim to get out of
that? I don't know yet. I sort of got to a point. I'm thinking, what am I going to do after football? To be fair, it was at Barnet where I started questioning. Funnily enough, you say that. So started this degree with the mindset of just trying something new. So it's always the way from when you start your scholar at the age of 16, unless you're really, really intuitive and you're looking to do other things. I always thought I'd do something earlier but never did, whether it was my badges but then got to a point it was like, well, I want to try something new. So I started the degree, which I'm enjoying. It's good.
Yeah, obviously you've played for represented clubs at every single level. You must have come across some really good players, for and against. Who would you say is the best player you've played with and against?
The first year I was at Cardiff, The ability in that team was frightening. Pilkington, Bellamy come on loan, but probably Whittingham, God rest his soul, he was just a cut above the rest. That spell he had when I was a bit younger watching him, so I've grown up watching him, and then obviously training with him, he was that left foot, just the way he would control games, he was something else.
And obviously you must have played against some horrible strikers in your time. Who would you say has been giving you the most difficult time?
Probably my debut. I was against Northampton, so I was in the cup, and it was Clive Platt and Akinfenwa. Akinfenwa come on, but it was Clive Platt, and he was an animal. I was quite slight, so I'm quite small. Although I'm tall, I was slight, and he was an animal. He'd definitely give me a tough afternoon, but
yeah, definitely.
He's up there, yeah. Definitely.
I played with Platt. He is a handful.
Yeah. But Rooney in the cup, probably Rooney.
Nice, get that one in there.
What's your metatarsal?
For any young player watching this, what advice would you give them?
Be consistent. Whatever your attributes are, whatever you might. That's the one thing I feel that I went away from, is what got me into a position of being around the first team when I was younger. The more the years went on, I don't know what the process is behind it, or the mindset changed, but it shifted for me. As I got older, I started to think more about away from football rather than football itself. So when I was younger, I'm willing to be at the training ground till 5 and 6, and just those little things, be in the gym. But then as I got older, I've sort of got away from that a bit, which I don't have regrets, but I'd say doing the things early in my career that got me to where I was, I think I went away from that.
Brilliant. Cheers, Ben. Thanks for your time. Really appreciate it.